This Could Get Dicey is a D&D podcast about dudes being bros. What adventures will they get into? Only time will tell. Like the name suggests, this podcast could get dicey. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, and welcome to This Could Get Dicey, a D&D podcast where a group of buds get to unwind from their 9-to-5s and step into the world of Drew Gala. My name is Destiny Nieto, I play Lü'mis Bjorn, and before things get a little too dicey, I just like to say it's a beautiful day to finally get that tattoo that I originally made an appointment for a couple episodes ago.
Oh!
Nice!
It's fresh. It's looking clean.
It's fresh as heck. It is on my arm. It is of a little dancing BMO. For the listeners at home, I'm showing it to everyone right now.
Destiny's shown off BMO
so
on our
cute.
TikTok before, too.
Yes, I'm quite the
It's
BMO
dope
fan.
as hell.
Thank
Show
you.
it again. Let me see.
It's got cute. BMO's got a cute little BMO face
Oh, he got
too.
little
Aw,
eyeballs.
he's got little moves going.
Eyeballs.
He's dancing, and there's little butterflies around him. He's pretty cute. He's pretty cute.
I bet you at listening right now, you're just like, damn, this sucks that this is audio medium. Too bad. Hi, my name is Alex Villarreal. I play Ellis Vendove, and today's a beautiful day to buy a mop and mop your house real good.
Oh, my
Period.
God. Did you get to dump the water out afterwards?
Oh, yeah, I dumped it on my head.
Yeah.
I was just like, it was like a victory lap.
It's-
Did you get the fancy mop bucket that Kenny has?
I've never seen Kenneth's mop bucket
Well,
before.
that's because you're not a good house guest when you stay.
do you mop our
Actually-
floors when you stay at our house?
No, I just did it that one time when Mikhail had a big accident.
Oh, just when my
Does it
dog
have the
had a
little
big
foot-
poo-poo accident?
Does it have the little foot thing to make the mop spin
Yeah, it
around?
spins
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, I got that one.
I want that
Okay,
one
that's
so
more
bad.
like-
It's
Ooh.
great.
Yeah, hey, you should come over my floor. I'll let you take it for a test drive. You know what I'm saying?
She did it at my house, and it was a big mess, and I didn't even notice afterwards, so...
I'll make a big mess, Becky, if you want to come test it.
Please do not shit on your floor.
Not that kind of mess. Not a doggy mess. An Alex mess.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like nacho cheese or something.
I was like,
All right,
it's
Kenny-
not
Kenny,
poop,
you
it's
go.
piss.
I'm Kenny Chilton. Hello. And I'm playing Emil Mazak. Why can't I get this right? And it's a beautiful day to start planning on buying some very secular candy for a very certain religious holiday that just happened when we're recording this. But tomorrow, at our local pharmacies and grocery stores, 40% off, 50% off, 60% off, some of the best candy you'll get all year.
Just some good oval shaped candy for no
Love a
reason.
good
Yeah.
oblong chocolate peanut butter treat.
That's right.
Do y'all like Cadbury eggs?
No,
I love them. Love
I
them.
love them suckers.
I don't like.
I
I
love
don't like
them
cream.
cream-filled suckers.
I don't like
Oh,
the
I
weird
love
cream
it.
stuff.
I don't know what that is.
Good.
It's like this little vanilla cream custard, surrounded by like milk chocolate in the shape of an egg, and you bite into it, and you bite into it again and again and again and again, and it's so good.
That's how you eat most things, is you bite into it again and again. But this is like a special experience.
One time
Yes.
when I was a wee little one, I got a very special, very large chocolate Easter bunny that had peanut butter all inside of it. But it wasn't like a Reese's one, I don't think. It was just a very large chocolate and peanut butter Easter bunny, and I can never find it again, and I dream of it.
Did you eat it?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you could have? Who ate my?
No, I ate. I mean,
she
I
couldn't-
ate
couldn't-
it.
She wanted to buy
My parents
it
were
again.
like, you cannot sit
You
there.
wanted to buy it again?
I want to buy it again. But yeah, my parents can't. They were like, don't eat that in one sitting because it was big.
And
And
did you?
Becky's just like, you don't know me.
No, I was a responsible child, and I only ate like
Oh.
an ear, a head, a foot.
You rationed.
I tried.
What a good ass holiday.
Good holiday.
Hello. My name is Becky Schmader. I am the game master for This Could Get Dicey. And it's a beautiful day to plant little vegetables in a vegetable garden and start your first little vegetable garden.
She's off the grid, ladies and gentlemen. She's off the grid.
I'm so
next
excited.
Stop, throw your cell phone away.
Next stop, punching squirrels to get away from my peppers.
Cut up your credit cards and go punch some squirrels.
I'm not going to actually do that. I don't condone that.
That's why you have a pet bear. What is it? A hairless bear that you have that you love so much?
Listen. No, that all started because Alex said that they looked the same, and they don't look the same.
No. Correct, incorrect. Ellis said that. Ellis said that.
There's a difference.
There's a difference.
I'm just mouth breathing, and I want you to leave it in.
Becky is Bear Grylls now. Stop mouth
I'm
breathing. What? Because you're basically Bear Grylls now.
Oh.
Drink your pee.
And then mop
right
it
now,
up.
Live
do it on the gram.
No. Boy, this one's really taking a turn, everybody. But last we left off, our adventurers last session decided to move quietly through the woods back to Mistfall, but upon camping had set off an alarm, alerting a displacer beast and a band of outlaws. The group made a run for it, leaving behind, well, they left Gertrude in the wagon behind a little bit earlier, but the group made a run for it and successfully trekked back to Mistfall without stopping. Exhausted and without much sleep, it is the evening on the 11th day of Windcrisp as they find themselves at the gates of Mistfall. Lü'mis, you are terribly exhausted. You have 4 points of exhaustion. Ellis, you have 3. And Emil, you have 2 points. You have the plant matter in your backpack as well. You have no Gertrude, you have no wagon, and you have returned to Mistfall. Definitely worse for wear than when you left.
I know I'm not in great shape, but looking at the other two, can I tell that they are, like, fucked up?
Roll a medicine check.
10 plus 2. No, 10 plus 3. 13.
You can tell definitely that Lü'mis, despite being like a vampire that doesn't sleep, looks really, really exhausted.
Yeah.
Something's just like off about that, but you cannot tell what's going on with Ellis.
He probably looks at me for a second, and then the second we like come to a stop, I like puke on the ground, and I'm like, guys, I'm really fucked up right now. That was really bad.
Come on, we're almost to the Squirrel's Folly. Lü'mis,
Hold on.
it's not a time to be prideful. I know you don't need sleep, but if you need a hand, like, I'm just a little bit tired. I can help you the rest of the way if you need.
All right, hold on. I really want. We should really fucking think about this before we get back into Mistfall. Okay, let's just take a breath. One, yes, Emil, I totally agree. We need to get to the Squirrel's Folly, but we have to remember, like, Elizabeth was just there. Like, we're not gonna be safe inside of Mistfall. We just pissed off the court real fucking bad, and we look. I'm fucked up. You're fucked up. I know Lü'mis can't die, but I think Lü'mis is about to die.
I want to die.
Yes, and I know. I know. We need to go back to the Squirrel's Folly, and we need to like talk to look. Alarin's legit. We can throw her some money, and maybe she can help hide us out for a couple days, like check us in under the books or something, just so we can catch our literal fucking breath.
That's a good idea. I'm not sure the Academy could offer us much protection. I don't think they have much in the way of, like, guards or anything, but Alarin seemed a little more, like, threatening than anyone else we've met so far. So if you think she could protect us, let's do that. I'm willing to pay for that.
I also think, one, the Academy, shit, they hired Elizabeth. They hired the court. Like, we're going to need to... Also, when we should also make delivering this plant top priority. We should get this shit out of our hands ASAP. But fuck, we need to go to bed.
Do you think the school has like an infirmary or something?
Like a school nurse?
Yes, a school nurse.
She's just gonna tell us to lay down for a second and then send us back to class or whatever.
That's what they always did. They just shoved some ibuprofen down my throat and told me to get over it and slap my butt and send me back to 3rd grade.
Jesus.
Hold on, I think I might be projecting.
Wait, did you say slap your butt?
Yeah.
We need to move on. Okay, I don't want to think about this anymore.
I think Squirrel's Folly is a haven for us right now. If Lauren can maybe protect us, that she seemed real keen to us, so I think we should go there.
It also falls in my usually whenever I like piss people off. It's kind of like how when we first got to Mistfall. When I like to piss people off, I like to hide out and like I want to be around people. I want to be around like witnesses. If we go get hidden in some like secluded shack, the court's like, perfect, let's blow up the shack. But they're not gonna blow up that Squirrel's Folly. That's a national treasure.
Sure. Let's just watch our backs. How prevalent is the court? Like in the city, could we be getting tailed through the streets?
If we got tailed through the woods, I'm sure that they have people set up in the city throughout. I mean, as far as I know, I think the court's not like, they might be based out of Mistfall. I don't know, but I think that they have influence. They have little sectors across the country. Like, they travel, they move around, they move some weight.
All right, let's just watch our backs. Emil will turn to Lü'mis and offer like an arm and like a "I will support you" kind of motion.
Lü'mis goes to you and just so exhausted puts their whole weight on you, but it's a lot lighter than you'd imagine.
I was gonna ask that question of like, what does it feel like to have Lü'mis's weight on me? And if it's light enough, I'll say, how about a piggyback ride? Let's get this show on the road even faster.
Yes, please.
I put Lü'mis on. I put my backpack on the front, like a cool middle schooler, and I put Lü'mis on my back.
Okay, go ahead and roll a strength check, just because you are somewhat exhausted, so you do have disadvantage on this.
What does exhaustion do at second? My speed is halved already, right?
And your speed's halved, and it's going to be halved again because you're carrying somebody.
Oh, no. Okay. An 8.
You managed to get Lü'mis on your back, but you all are moving, like, so slow.
Wait, because Lü'mis, your speed is 0, right? Right now?
Oh, I think so.
No,
not yet.
I'm at half speed. I was going to ask how tall is Emil?
Emil is about 6'1".
Okay, I feel Lü'mis is around the same height, so you put him over your shoulder, but he's kind of just dragging his feet as well, slowing both of us down.
Yeah. I go like 15 feet. Look at Ellis for help. A silent cry for help.
I go, hold on. And I reach into my bag and I'm like, I always keep this shit on me just for kind of moments like this. And I pull out my disguise kit and like costume pieces. I have 2 costumes in my bag. So I pull out like a large cloak and I throw it over them. And I'm like, just be like a hunched over old person. And I maybe pull out like a gray speckled wig and like I put it on Emil's head, and I'm like, I'll be like, helping you down the street, sort of a thing, like, you're lost or something.
Yes.
Why are we doing this?
I don't know. Emil said, get on your back.
You just looked really rough, Lü'mis, and I wanted to help, but God, I can't do this anymore. Please get off me.
Lü'mis just falls to the ground, just topples over.
Well, y'all, this is.
I really love the idea of wearing a costume, but I just am so tired.
Well, here I put the wig on you and the cloak. I'm like, just be old, Lü'mis. Stick to the shadows. Let's. I think we should try to not draw attention to ourselves. And I think for the past 45 seconds, we've drawn like probably as much as we can in this moment. So let's start moving.
Everyone roll like a group deception check as you're trying to be disguised here.
At disadvantage.
We're all at disadvantage. Okay.
I can't roll less than a 10.
Oh.
8.
18.
I would say that Ellis, you put on like a proper disguise and you're like a proper man kind of walking into the city. Unknown people are like, oh, there's just a random guy. And then the other two are kind of like caught, like Emil, you're like coughing, you're having some like struggles. Lü'mis, you're like on the ground trying to get up. I mean, the two of you are just like Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here, just trying to like get to the Squirrel's Folly, like a block down the road.
I feel that Lü'mis is hiding in the shadows by crawling everywhere and like trying to sneakily go through, like stealthily go through the shadows, but it's very obvious. It's just this lanky man weaving in and out of place very slowly, very badly.
I think Ellis walks to the other side of the street. He's like walking, and he's just like, oh fuck, like we gotta work on this.
Emil does have to stop while he's coughing and use his wig as a handkerchief to cough into.
God, so it takes you all like 20 minutes to get 2 blocks into Mistfall. Along the way, you do pass some of the shopkeepers who are closing up their little side of the road stalls. You see Brian Shallowsprig again, who Lü'mis, you kind of like are passing by, trying to like hide under the tables a little bit. And he's like, hello, what are you doing here? Hello, you're in my stall, what are you doing?
I'm not here. And Lü'mis just slowly crawls.
You're very much here.
As I cross to the other side of the street, I want to just obviously I'm still very, very tired, but I'd like to at least look around to see if we're being tailed, if anybody's following us. Like, I see some shopkeepers noticing us, but like, is anybody else noticing us? Like,
sure, go ahead and roll perception check with disadvantage.
I ain't gonna do it. It's a 6.
No, it's dark. You're tired. You're kind of looking around. It's almost like the lights, the candles in the windows are kind of like starting to blur a little bit as you're kind of staring at them.
Then I just keep trudging along forward until we get to the Squirrel's Folly.
Okay. It takes the 3 of you way too long to get to the Squirrel's Folly, but you make it. You are overjoyed to see the lift, and you take the lift up to the outer deck of the Squirrel's Folly. Entering inside, it's a typical evening here. I think it is a Wednesday when you all return, so it's a typical Wednesday at an establishment. People are drinking, eating, games. It's about 7 p.m. when you all roll up here. Alarin sees you all as you all kind of stumble in slowly. Oh, you're all back. I'm so happy that you all are safe and back here at the Squirrel's Folly. Oh, you look real bad. Is everything okay?
Alarin, would you mind coming and maybe taking a seat with us really quick at a table? We have a favor to ask you.
Oh, okay. Sure, I guess.
Knowing that the court has been here before, I'm gonna scan the room to see if I see anyone that has like either that green armband that Lü'mis pointed out, or if I see even like Elizabeth here. Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and roll perception.
Disadvantage.
With disadvantage, yeah.
I do have a +5 though. My lowest is a 13. +5 is an 18.
You don't see anybody tonight. No, neckerchiefs, neck bandanas or anything like that. No armbands, no Elizabeth. It seems like the coast is clear tonight from the court.
I'll relay that as we make our way to a table.
You all sit down with Alarin at a table kind of on the quieter side of the inn, away from the windows and the outer deck. What's going on? You just got back to town today?
Alarin, I'm not gonna bullshit you.
Okay.
We've literally been like running for like a day, like for I think fucking 16 hours, and we have not stopped. We told you before we left that we had some questions about the court. Well, we're not gonna front with you, Alarin. We kind of pissed him off. How? We need to lay low. We need to rest up. I know the last time I rolled through Squirrel's Folly. I asked you to kind of watch over me. I'm asking you again. That comes with nobody works for free here for sure. We'll pay for rooms, and on top of that, if there's if you can kind of deter people away from us. If anybody comes and knocking or asking, we'd really, really appreciate it, Lauren.
Sure. I gotta be honest. Elizabeth has been around, not asking about you. I mean, me and her, we're friendly. I say hi. We say hi to each other. That's it. But she hasn't been around like the last two nights probably. But I haven't said anything to her about you all.
We'd love to pay you to continue that discretion.
Ellis is an old friend. We've been buddies for a little bit. There's no need for, maybe we could do sort of a trade. There's some people in town that might need your help if you all would be willing to do a job for them. And then you could all, lay low.
Whatever we need to do, Lauren. It goes without saying, we'll at least pay for the rooms. But yeah, if that's what you're charging is us potentially helping out a buddy of yours, yeah, we can definitely. I'll speak for all of us. We need to lay low, Lauren.
Okay. Well, you could help. There's two ways you could help me or the town. There's rumors that something seems to be disturbing the boats and the docks at night. Ooh, it is kind of a little creepy because a whole boat was moved out and the guard saw it just towed away without anybody on it. Kind of weird. They didn't get a good look at it though, and they didn't catch the boat or anything. But the whole ship had come down from the mines in the Silver Summits, and it just got taken away. I don't think it was like the court or anything like that. There weren't any people to be seen. So that's one job you could do for us, or I have a trade ship that's will be leaving here and then going to Rose Glen, and then coming back. It sure would make me feel better. It's just a big shipment of stuff. Would make me feel better if some buddies would look over it on its way back. Both of those, you do one of those, I'll keep your name out of my mouth.
Are any of these like time sensitive? Because we probably need at least a day or two to kind of recover a little bit.
I guess the trade ship one, that one's pretty urgent, as I think they're leaving tomorrow. So don't worry about that one. We'll why don't you handle the stuff happening down at the docks whenever you're ready to do that? I don't know how urgent it is. It kind of just happened a couple days ago, I think, and surprisingly, no one's as worried as maybe they should be with a whole boat being removed, but I think really people are a little freaked out. Perhaps it's a ghost.
Well, yeah, we'd be happy to check that out for you. And in the future, if you ever need assistance with, protecting a load of shipments, I'm always in the market for some extra scratch.
Oh, well, I really appreciate that. You can always, if you're looking for local jobs, people tell me about stuff all the time that need help.
Perhaps tomorrow we can just get some information about the boat that disappeared or what's happening at the docks, and not engage in anything too difficult. We also have a shipment to deliver tomorrow, so it could be just a fact-finding day.
Sure. I will say, I know you all are worried about the court, but Elizabeth doesn't really mess with stuff within the walls of Mistfall, so you should be okay. They'll be watching you probably, and especially if you were to leave too far outside of the city. But I think I just want you all to get some good sleep tonight, knowing that they're not gonna blow up the Squirrel's Folly.
They fucking better not.
At this point, I feel, Lü'mis has been quieter than normal, and I would assume he's laying on the floor, and Lauren probably didn't see him. But at this point, Lü'mis speaks up and asks, Lauren, do you have any secluded, garden or patch of plant life around here that people don't really come across.
Oh my god, Lü'mis, I didn't see you down there. Garden. Well, I sure don't. I know that one of the council members, they have a big garden. That's not really what you're asking, though, huh?
Not particularly. Maybe if I ask, is there any secluded, kind of off the beaten path where no one would come about, like forest wooded area around here?
Well, I mean, Mistfall's surrounded by woods, so you could probably find some sort of secluded area out in the woods.
Isn't the Squirrel's Folly like in a big tree?
Yes.
Is it like are these big branches like I don't know, like climbable, or is that like frowned upon or like accessible?
Yeah, they are climbable. So if you wanted to ask about that, what do you need it for?
I don't necessarily sleep, but I need to get rid of this exhaustion, so I just need to be around wildlife.
Oh.
I don't think it'd be best to use the Squirrel's Folly since it is your establishment.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, there's not a lot of, I mean, there's nature all in Mistfall, but most of it's attached to buildings or holding up structures. So your best bet would be to go out into the woods outside of Mistfall.
I'm sure there's some good hunting, just if that's what you're talking about, just outside of the city.
Yeah, I guess not necessarily hunting, but yeah, I think I'm not gonna stay here tonight. I need to be around wildlife.
Lü'mis, I mean, I'm not gonna front, dog. I really worry about us splitting up. So if you you're definitely needed more than most of us. I mean, if you need to go, I don't think I'd feel comfortable just letting you go alone.
I mean, you're more than welcome to join, but I know y'all need your sleep too.
We've been sleeping in the woods for a week, so it'd be kind of weird not to at this point. Yeah, I could camp out again for the night as long as we're close enough to haul into the city, should we need to.
Well, before you all go, I'll pack you up some little, to-go bags. And Lauren goes into the back and packs you up like some biscuits, a little cup of stew, kind of like carefully covered with like some beeswax, and hands you all a little to-go bags of food. This
is quite special. Here, and I'll take out a silver coin. And give it to
Okay.
her. Does this cover it?
Well, oh yes, that will cover it. Thank you, Emil. Well, you all be safe tonight.
Yeah, keep the
come
change.
back in the morning. Okay.
I think I look at Emil. I'm just like, what? I think I'm gonna try to sneak, like I'm gonna try to hand off 2 gold to Lauren and kind of just be like, smile and be like, I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Well, you all come back in the morning and you could get some more food, and if anybody comes looking, I haven't seen you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Lauren. We really appreciate it. And I look at Emil and Lü'mis. I'm like, well, it was a hell of a lot of fun walking to Squirrel's Folly from outside the city. So let's walk back out.
This time I think I'm just going to be myself, if that's okay. And I'm going to eat this biscuit on the way.
Shit, if yourself is anything like the way you looked walking in, just do the exact opposite, bud.
You all walk back down the street, stumbling a little bit tired, but feeling a little bit rejuvenated with some food in your tummy. You all walk outside of the gates of Mistfall, and you're kind of on the main road from which you came in. What are you looking for?
So, Lü'mis, I feel still crawling around, maybe rolling here and there, is just looking for, again, off the beaten path, just a very secluded, open area where they can be.
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Yep. 4.
You all kind of stumble out. The sun's like pretty much down now. You all stumble out into the woods. with Lü'mis leading the way, and you all kind of trip. You all trip over some, overgrowth and some wood, some, thorny kind of bushes, and everybody takes 5 points of damage as you're all kind of like cut up a little bit, tripping in the woods a little bit. But you do manage to find your way out into, like the deeper parts of the woods near Mistfall.
Okay, Lü'mis, do you think...
Okay, I'm just gonna sit right here. It's gonna look like I'm meditating. I advise you don't come within like a 10-foot radius.
Great.
Sounds good.
I'll back up like 20 or so feet where I still have a visual, but am a good distance away and light up a fire to sit next to.
Emil, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I have the energy to even attempt to keep watch tonight, and I don't think Lü'mis does either. But I know you were saying that you're not. You still ran.
Oh no,
like we did.
I'm fucking tired. I think I'm in a tiny bit better shape than you are, but not good. Lü'mis, are we being too loud?
I feel like at this point Lü'mis is just out in the sense of people that meditate, just like when they're in it, they're really focused, they don't really hear outside noise. As soon as Lü'mis said I'd recommend staying at least 10 feet away, you could tell they're just in this trance of sorts where their eyes are open and you can tell they can see their surroundings, but they're so present in the moment that they're not even in the moment, if that makes sense.
So Lü'mis is out here just to rest, not necessarily to do anything else. Okay. Ellis, I don't think there's any chance either one of us is going to be able to really stay awake. I think we should just get some sleep. We're so close to the city right now. I think we're okay.
I think Ellis like lifts his head and like looks at Emil. What did you say?
Good night, I said.
All right.
Goodbye. Fall over and go to sleep.
So
Emil,
none of you are... Oh, go ahead.
No, Emil's gonna just keep watch for maybe 10 minutes just to hear if anyone else is around or see if anyone else is around. I'm not trying to keep a full watch. I'm just trying to get a scope of our surroundings.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Oh, 7.
You're looking around. You're able to see that the walls of Mistfall are still within. You can kind of see it through the woods, like the torches of the guards. In the distance, but you're kind of like looking out, and the darkness of the night is kind of just lulling you into a sleep. So yeah, after 10 minutes, I'd say that you are just out.
Yeah, I think I'm finishing up the remnants of the food that Alarin packed up. And at somewhere near the end of that 10 minutes, I looked down in horror and realized that for I don't know how long I've just been eating dirt and enjoying it. And clean my mouth out and just give up and just pass out.
So everyone's... Lü'mis, you're meditating and doing that thing, okay? And Ellis, you are sleeping. Everyone's sleeping, basically. Everyone's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
For a full 8 hours?
Yeah.
Sleeping until
I mean,
wake
nothing.
up.
We don't have an alarm.
Okay, yeah, you all wake
gone.
up after 8 hours, or probably a little bit longer, since you probably went to bed around like 9, and you're kind of hear like the bustle of people on the road, not too far away, and you start to hear kind of like the guards up on the wall, making some horns going off, like waking people up for the morning. And as you all stir at your campsite, you see somebody eating an apple next to you all, kind of on, like, the three of you are kind of, well, the two of you are like kind of next to the burnt out campfire, and Lü'mis, you're about 10-15 feet away, probably a little bit further away. And as you all are stirring, you see a blonde woman kind of sitting on the ground enjoying an apple next to you all. Oh, awfully bold of you all to just fall asleep tonight, or this last night, huh? And it's Elizabeth, just for the viewers at home, just so everyone knows.
Just to clarify, we can all mark off a level of exhaustion at this
Yes,
point.
you all did long rest.
It was very bold of you to not kill us all in our sleep, I'll say as I stand up from the ground and immediately do a scan for the backpack.
The backpack is still there. You kind of like slept with it in between you and
Okay.
Ellis, and it's still there. She's kind of like eating her apple really cool. Like she's like, instead of biting into it, she's like carving off chunks of it with a knife, and she kind of like points the knife at you all. I'm no fool to kill people this close to the outside of Mistfall, and besides, I really have some use for you all. Although killing you isn't out of the question, that's for sure.
We had to camp outside the city. We're gonna stand up and we're gonna walk back in the city. So if you have anything you need to say to us, you better make it quick, because we're gonna walk away now.
Well, I don't think you'll be walking away. There are people watching us right now as we talk, who will stop you from walking back into the city until at least I say you can walk back into the city. We could capture you right now, bring you into our hideout, but I have a deal for you all, so here it is. There is a home within the Silver Summits, of a collector of sorts. There's a tome that is valuable that somebody wants. We have been tasked to get it, but we know that this collector has quite the home, and it would be very dangerous for us to just walk in and get it ourselves, so why not try and make a deal with you three to go get us the tome, since your lives are expendable, disposable, and such. You get us this tome, we leave you alone, never again to bother you.
Doesn't sound like the best deal in the world, because if we say no, you'll just kill us. So, but that's kind of how you all operate.
That it is.
While she's offering us this deal, can I look at Lü'mis? Is Lü'mis conscious, with us, present?
Yes. Present in the moment, yes. So I feel like as Elizabeth says this deal of sorts, Lü'mis finally gets up from their meditative sit, I guess you could say. And Becky, I don't know if anyone needs to like roll anything to see it. I feel like it's pretty obvious. But as Lü'mis gets up, I feel like the two of you, your gaze goes down to where Lü'mis was sitting, and around Lü'mis, like almost a perfect radius, 10-foot radius around Lü'mis, you see all of what was once there, the grass, any plant life, just dead and withered away.
Yeah, no check needed, as like they're kind of like talking with Elizabeth, and I think they like look over and be like, oh, is Lü'mis here? And they're like, well, that we'll address that later. That there's like this big circle, like crop circle almost surrounding Lü'mis.
Well, I look at Emil and Lü'mis. I'm like, y'all, I mean, she says it's a fucking deal. It's not a fucking deal. We have to go fucking rob this house or they're gonna kill us. I mean, this isn't the first time that they do shit like this. This is...
Emil stands up and puts his jacket on, or he's already standing. He puts his jacket on and buttons the top button. And he says, Elizabeth, you're saying our lives are disposable, and that's very true. The three of us could die right here, and I'm not sure the world would shift at all. However, I will say your order are very professional criminals that I've heard a little bit about in this last week. We thoroughly handled them in these woods over the past 2 days. We succeeded in our mission, and your people did not. I understand you have the upper hand right now, but I'd like to propose maybe a partnership. And I look at Ellis and Lü'mis and just say, no, stay with me. I love when two businesses can come together and support one another. Yours is faltering. I'm not sure about your other ventures, but the one here in these woods, these 3 disposable people, I mean, we ran you through. I'm sorry. I know we ended up sleeping here on the edge of Mistfall, and it looks like we're defeated, but that's not a good look for your organization. The 3 of us, we're without a name, we're without incorporation, we're not an LLC or anything like that, but we do handle business. I think we don't have a choice. We'll go get this tome for you, but I'd love for you to take us a little more seriously. I'm kind of insulted you didn't kill us in our sleep.
Go ahead and roll persuasion or intimidation, whichever you're kind of persuading her, I think. So
It's not intimidation, yeah.
yeah.
Come on.
Oh, with disadvantage, right?
I know.
Still.
I
Yeah.
rolled a 20 and a 16. Damn it. It's okay. Persuasion, 16 plus 1, 17.
So you're not really trying to like make a deal. You're basically just like take us more seriously, right?
I am hoping that this could lead to something after we do this job that we're being forced to do. I am hoping that it potentially could lead to something else.
Okay.
And also, like, I think Emil can't take the fact that we're basically like being shit on as a group.
Right.
And that does not sit well with Emil, having felt actually kind of successful in our first mission together.
No, you're right. You did run through those 2 bands of people that we sent out after you. You handled the Displacer Beast. You handled some of our larger members, if you will. So perhaps if you do this job and do it successfully and bring back the tome and don't die, then yes, maybe we will start to take you a little more seriously. And maybe there's something for you on the other side of it besides just living.
Wow. Well, who could use who wants a cup of coffee? Am I right? I think this has been just a lovely conversation. We have a couple things we need to sort out in Mistfall. But then, we'll probably head straight to the Silver Summit, maybe in a day or 2. Does that sound good, Elizabeth?
That will work. Here's the map. She kind of brings out a rolled piece of paper that shows you all. It's like you take the path northward to the Silver Summits, and then it kind of shows you like how you would get to this house that's up there. It's about like a day's hike up into a day and a half hike up into the Silver Summit, so it's not super far away, but it is mountain hiking. Yes, at your earliest convenience, please do handle this, and we'll know if you'll have taken it without bringing it to us.
Where would you like us to rendezvous with you after acquiring said tomb?
I guess you could just camp out in the woods again, west of Mistfall.
Fabulous. Cool. Are we good to? Are we done here? Can we walk away now?
She cuts off sort of like the last chunk of her apple and tosses it to the side after eating it. Kind of gets up, dusts her hands off. Yes, I think we're done here. And Emil, maybe you won't disappoint me.
I'm sure we won't.
And she walks away.
Okay.
I kind of rub the sleep out of my eyes, and I kind of start laughing a little bit. I'm like, I can count. Currently, I can count three times we fucked up in the last 9 hours. One. Look, I'll chalk it up. Like we're all still very tired. Making it to Mistfall and not camping inside of Mistfall, probably a bad move. 2, still having I whisper, I'm like, still having the fucking plant in our bag and just sleeping outside. 2, and then I stare daggers at Emil. I'm like, Emil, Mazak, we do not want to be in league with the fucking Court of Outlaws, man.
I've worked with people like Elizabeth before. If she sees that we are the least bit useful, there's no way they leave us alone. We're too valuable. We might as well be an equal partner instead of just a tool.
keep your enemies close, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
My personal strategy is to make enemies forget you ever existed at all. So this is a new business strategy.
I'll throw a cold biscuit from Alarin, like not in a mean way, like toss it to Ellis and say, I hope you'll feel comfortable enough with us to tell us what happened in Honeyguard. My personal assessment is that you're running from something. And absolutely, you don't have to tell me anything. Maybe my assessment is wrong. I hope someday we can maybe help you with whatever that is.
I'll tell you what happened in Honeyguard when you tell me who your associates are. But
fair.
For now, I kind of look at the dead patch of grass on the ground. And I go, Lü'mis, how's you full? Your tummy's all full?
You good? You good, bro? What's going on?
I mean, I'm still pretty exhausted. Some would say 3 points worth. But I do feel better. I guess, kind of like how I mentioned before, being a quote unquote vegetarian. This is how I can eat sometimes without having to technically kill a creature. I just kind of consume the life force of nature, if you will.
Now, I'm sure you've been, obviously you're much older than Emil and I here, so forgive me if this question comes off as condescending, but does it have to be do you have to be out in the woods, or can I just go and buy you like a fern?
I mean, if you could find 10 feet worth of ferns, maybe that will work.
Well, good to know. Well, shit, y'all. Look, I think it's our best interest. Look, I would love to go back to the fucking Squirrel's Folly and have a couple breakfast beers and go back to bed. But before we do that, we should hightail our little heinies straight to the academy and drop off this fucking sample so we don't have to think about it anymore.
When I pick up the backpack, does it weigh the same amount as it did when we went to sleep?
We'll roll a perception check.
First level of exhaustion, I still have damn it. I still have disadvantage on ability checks, right?
Yes.
That's a natural one. For a total of 5.
It actually feels heavier, and you're not really sure if that's because you're just tired still
Okay.
or whatever, but it feels heavier.
She's grown.
All right, y'all. Let's hoof it.
All right, you all head back into the walls of Mistfall, heading down the main road to the Academy and Library of Mistfall. You go up the stairs to the main hall where Dev Lassier greets you all. Oh, welcome back. I was told by Miss Stravage to have you all go up to her right away upon your return. Is there anything I can help you with before you go up there?
Lü'mis just kind of heaving because they're still half speed towards them. Does anyone work here that can help with exhaustion?
No, I'm afraid medicine has never been a big branch, if you will, a little tree humor, of the Academy of Mistfall.
That's real stupid. And Lü'mis just walks away.
Make a perception check with disadvantage as you walk past him. Just
Extra disadvantage?
No, just because you're exhausted.
Okay. You said perception?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hot damn. Dirty 20.
You see him say, right, Dev Lassier, professor of medicine, on his notes. As you all, do you all talk to Dev, or do you just head on upstairs?
I just say, can't wait to see where you end up, Dev. Still thinking about it.
I have so many dreams in my head.
I'm already past him.
Okay.
As I'm walking by him, I go, It's branch of it's a big tree. fuck, brother, you're fucking. Woo, you're a fucking funny dog. You're funny as hell. Good to see you.
I like him. He's good one. He likes food. You just hear him like mumbling. You all make your way out of the main hall of the academy, back up to the stairs up to the botany wing, where you go to the end of the botany hall, and the door on the left, where is Danielle Stravich's door is. You knock, I assume, on the door. Do you knock on the door?
Yeah. I'll knock and say, Professor Stravich, it's Emil.
She opens the door. Oh, welcome back. Come back in. I'm a little surprised. I hadn't heard that the wagon had returned to.
It did not.
Oh.
It did not.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you all are safe. What happened of the?
Is Zena here?
No, it's just looking around as Danielle welcomes you all into her office. It is just Danielle, no Zena.
Noticing that, I'll say, Is Zena okay and around?
Oh, Zena's quite fine. She's traveling south to Windsor to just meet with some citrine delegation business. I didn't feel like... I had to wait for you all, so I sent her along to represent us, I suppose.
Cool. What are you doing? Oh, sorry, the mention of Windsor threw me off. We had to ditch the wagon, and I am really sorry about that loss. I assure you we let the horse go in a humane way. Like, we didn't let it go. We just released it.
We have returned Gertrude to the wild.
Elizabeth and her people, they came at us from the get-go. They were on us. And they did not want us to find the plant. And on the way back, we were attacked. I have managed to secure you a small sample, and I hand her the whole backpack. I say, it's in here. Be wary opening it, because the plant is quite aggressive, as you indicated. I know it's not the large sample you were hoping for, but I'm hoping this can do something for you.
This feels quite large. I don't know what you're talking about. This feels quite hefty. And go ahead and roll another perception check with disadvantage.
It's just rocks or something. God damn it. 15.
It does not appear to be rocks. In fact, you can see within the bag that when you had first put the plant in there, it had sort of been shifting around, trying to hit the sides of the bag, trying to get out. And you see now that it is larger masses of it seem to be ballooning out, hitting the bag.
You might want to get that into a larger container quite quickly. It's growing. Lü'mis, Ellis, back me up. It was it had spread all over this well thing.
Yeah, dog. It was and it makes. I think I managed to shrug it off, but didn't it make y'all feel real fucking funny?
Super weird. It controlled us at some point.
Yeah, we even heard. At least I did. I heard a voice.
Me too. Oh my god, we haven't talked about this. We heard a voice in my head.
Danielle is sort of reeling from all this information, and this is quite a lot of information that you are all throwing at me. But she kind of walks over to, there's a large crate, and she sort of puts the bag in there and puts a lid on top of it. But thank you so much for returning the plant here. Payment is due. Unfortunately, you did lose our wagon and horse, so I will have to take a cut from that. But you also ran into more trouble than we had anticipated, and it is a business deal, and losses are to be expected. You all.
And I don't know if this is good or bad, but we also, this is. I point at the box. I'm like, that's it. That's all the plant. The rest of the plant, there was a lot more of it, and we fucking killed it. So I don't think we have to worry about if there's any more. It wasn't there. It's somewhere else. So,
yeah, it died and it screamed. Remember, y'all? It screamed at us when it died.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, bad. A scream was let out from from the plant.
Yes, and the biggest landlord we'd ever met. It's a big golem creature.
Lord.
And actually, I'm connecting some dots right now while we're talking about it. That creature can't have always been there, because the inhabitants of the woods were leaving as we were approaching. That means that large creature was new to the area.
Somebody put that motherfucker there.
Or it came to life? Or the plant was controlling it? Like it was trying to control us?
This is quite a lot of lots to think about. You see her like take out a journal and sort of start writing down all the notes of she puts like landlord ? And but like golem and the people leaving the forest and scream and controlling and all these things that you're telling her, writing them down in her notebook. Well, this definitely complicates things a little bit, and that this might be something much bigger, I think, than any of us anticipated. But I thank you for your service here. And she gives each of you 40 gold pieces, so docking 10 gold for wagon and horse loss.
Money, please.
So you
That's
each
fair.
get 40
That's
gold
fair.
pieces, yeah. And now for my side of the bargain, I did manage to collect some information about the indigo magnolia, and she has sort of a folder of items or like papers and stuff that she hands to you, Emil. And if you have any questions about it, I can certainly offer more aid. And the library is open to the general public, so there might be more information. Maybe not about indigo magnolia. I think I was very thorough, but there's some other things within this folder that you'll see that I didn't get a chance to research, so you might want to learn more about those at the library.
Danielle, thank you so much. This I've been eagerly looking for something exactly like this. So whatever it took the past week, it was worth it for this. Thank you.
I will say, whenever I assume you are going to go after the indigo magnolia or get some of it, before you do, or if you can, please tell me. I would love to pay you all to get some for me as well, or help in any way I can before you go out there, if there's any more that we might learn, or there's some sort of plot here also unraveling. So if we need help, we might look to you all, since you're already sort of involved in whatever's going on with this plant too.
Yeah, we have some work outside of the city here in the next few days. But we're kind of set up at the Squirrel's Folly, so we can tell Alarn to trust you or Zena with information for us. That would be very helpful.
Excellent. Well, yeah, we will keep you informed, I guess, as this. We'll see what unravels, I suppose. But yes, keep us in the loop when you go to look for the indigo magnolia.
Thanks for the job, and I kind of look at my friends. I'm like, anything else? Any other burning questions y'all got before we go get some sleepies?
No, just thank you.
I'm sure we'll stay in touch, or I would be interested in staying in somewhat touch. You all seem like interesting people, and you seem to have learned quite a bit while out there. But have a good day, and if you need me, I will be here, and I'll let Dev know that you all are always welcome up to my office, as long as I'm, here.
Oh, Dev loves us.
That guy is like wicked smart, by the way. He's constantly reading. He's always looking at the latest research. Quite a guy. I mean, I've could see myself learning from him someday.
Mm-hmm. He's funny too. I thought I was funny. That guy's hoot and a half.
Both of y'all roll just a charisma check here with disadvantage.
Wait, is it disadvantage on ability checks, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Damn it. Okay. This would be an ability check, right?
Yeah.
All right.
16.
8.
Kind of mixed messaging from the two of you. Yeah, Dev is very smart. You're right. Very astute observation.
Okay, you didn't write that one down like you wrote down another observation, so okay.
I will talk to you all, I'm sure, in the future. And she sends you on your way out of her office.
All right. Now, y'all, can we please go to the Squirrel's Folly?
Is that restful for you, Lü'mis, to like... I think actually you'd probably be safe in the woods. The order needs us, so they're not going to do anything to us. I think we can walk around with some confidence, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the Squirrel's Folly won't be very restful for me. I'll just kind of sit there contemplating. So if y'all don't mind, I might just go back to the woods. Y'all are more than welcome to stay at the Squirrel's Folly. I'll check in every now and then.
Why don't we meet up for dinner? Let's get a day of rest.
Yeah,
that works.
Definitely.
Yeah, I want to dig into this research anyway.
Excellent. So Lü'mis, do you head back out into the woods to kind of meditate some more till dinner time?
Yeah, I think in a similar area, close enough where it's an easy walk back to the rest of the party, but still secluded enough where people aren't bothering me.
Cool. Go ahead and roll, this time, survival check as you kind of look for a quiet area.
Okay. 18.
Okay. Yeah, you, knowing now that there's some underbrush to worry about and some thorny things and fallen trees, you're able to make your way out to another quiet area without tripping or falling into anything, and you manage to find a quiet place to meditate. Emil and Ellis, are you all just heading back to the Squirrel's Folly or to the library, or what are you doing?
Ellis, I know you're eager to get back. I'm sure you're ready for an actual meal. I think I'm going to stay here at the academy and find a quiet spot in the library. I'd kind of like to dig through this on my own first, if that's okay.
Fine by me, brother. I will, I'll at least go and get you, at least reserve your room. So you have a place to come back to tonight.
Oh, let me give you money. No more charity, remember? I'll
whatever.
Hand him. First, I'll take out a silver piece and be like, "Is this good? Is this enough?"
However much you think, but
that's a no, and I'll give him a gold piece.
Okay. Ellis, you head back to the Squirrel's Folly, reserving 2 rooms for you, or little cubbies for you and Emil, and you get yourself a nice hot meal, hot breakfast, oatmeal with mustard.
Oh fuck!
Classics, classic, and a cup of coffee, black, with 6 sugars in it.
God. And we will then go to Emil, who has made it down to the library. You find yourself at a quiet table to sit at. There's other students sort of you're not a student. There are students in the library also studying, and you see there's some sort of general people as well, just general folk from the city who are also in there kind of just reading and looking at things. At the front desk, there's a halfling woman who kind of waves at you. If you choose to go over, you can, but she's sort of just like welcoming you into the library. Halfling woman with thick glasses, curly short brown hair. You can find yourself a table to read at, or you can go up to her if you want to.
I will approach her and say, "Hello, my name is Emil. I'm here on some research from Professor Stravich. How late are you open? Are you open like all the time?"
Well, hi there. We're pretty much open all the time. Yeah, we're a library open to the people whenever you want. As long as there's a librarian here at the front desk, you're welcome in here. My name's Isabella, but I mean I'll be here well past dinner time, and there is a night shift tonight, so people will be here all night.
I wouldn't say this to my associates, but I'm willing to say it to you because you are I'm guessing, a well-studied person. I am not the best. I'm not the most intelligent person. I'm just gonna put my vulnerabilities right out there. I do my best, and I'm perceptive, but I wouldn't say I have a lot of book smarts. I didn't have that opportunity growing up. If I need help with something, is that something you can do for me, like comprehending what I'm reading?
Absolutely. If that's what you need help with, I would love to help you in any way I can. I know that Professor Stravich was down here researching the indigo magnolia. I helped her a little bit just to find some of the stuff, but so I'm a little bit aware if that is the research that you're talking about. But yes, if you need any help, I'm here for that.
Isabella, you are, and I promise I haven't said this to anyone else, Mistfall's true hidden gem.
Well, thank you.
I will find a table close to the librarian's desk
Okay.
and open this up and start reading.
Go ahead and roll just a general intelligence check to kind of see how you're comprehending this.
Can I have help from Isabella? That's what I was trying to do.
I see.
Negate my disadvantage.
Yes, she comes over and kind of sees that you're like a little overwhelmed with all the folders, and you kind of wave from
spills everywhere.
Yeah,
falls out.
She helps lay it out into kind of like stacks of like, oh, this goes together with this, and this is a study. Okay, so this is like one thing. So yeah, go ahead and roll intelligence, a straight roll.
All right. If I fail this, I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
It's a 15, but I'm going to go ahead and just use my inspiration anyway.
Okay.
15.
You are able to find quite a bit of information. The plant is found deep within the elder woods. It's a tree with gray and white bark and a deep navy color underneath the surface. The tree blooms annually in the wintertime. It's expected to start blooming anytime like the first frost sort of appears and goes all the way to when the last frost happens. The tree is sensitive to disturbances and thus is in areas of the forest with lots of undergrowth, and it's rarely trekked areas. Your best chance of finding it is to look for those areas within the elder woods.
So lots of undergrowth, meaning like it will only grow if it's not really disturbed?
Yeah, so, lots of, like, no paths, it's not usually, like, near any civilization or anything. Additionally, the bloom has curative properties and is often used in strong healing potions. When mixed with other plants, it can be used to hold back disease progression, numb pain, and cure minor diseases. Due to the rare quality of the plant, it is not used frequently, and all of its use cases are sporadic across history. While it has curative properties and use within strong healing potions, there are much easier and affordable resources that can do the same, so people tend to use those instead. However, Danielle was able to find some information on some scientific studies as well that involved the indigo magnolia. There are 2 such studies. The first one is from 50 years ago, so 211 era of Arcana, EA. Sir Quay Knight.
Hey, Becky?
Yeah?
This is everything to me.
Okay.
This lore dump you're doing?
I love lore. You're not ready for this lore dump.
Fucking hit me.
Sir Quay Knighthod attempted use of the resource in creation of a heroism potion, thinking it would help enhance someone's will. It somewhat worked, giving the drinker temporary will, but no further bravery than normal. The patient this was tested on was a human man who was wanting to face a dragon with more will and fortitude. The patient was still scared of the dragon and died.
Okay, so the patient ended up, they were trying to become, like, braver.
A little bit stronger, yeah.
And a little bit stronger to face the dragon. They died to the dragon or because of the potion?
Yeah, they were hoping they would be, like, a little bit more brave. They were still scared of the dragon, and it didn't really help them defeat the dragon, thus dying from the dragon.
I know the name Sir Quay Knighthod.
Yes.
Did he ever mention this to me?
No.
Okay. That's interesting. I'll bookmark that.
Yep.
What's the next one?
Next one is from 149 EA, so 112 years ago. A scientist, Guinevere Salmonet, who has since passed, used the resource on a patient that showed an ailment which caused them to require dirt as nutrients. Guinevere made a potion with the plant, attempting to rid the patient of their ailment. Guinevere died before the study was completed, but her associates finished the report by stating that the potion failed to rid the patient of the ailment. If anything, it seemed to enhance their qualities. The ailment throughout is referred to as Drys blood, which I'll spell because it's Drys, which is Greek origin for those linguists at home. So it's referred to as Drys blood. Nothing else in the study about this ailment, just that's what its name is. The patient's name has been struck from the record, and after the study, there was no word of their whereabouts.
Emil reads that second one several times, a lot of times, and once Isabella helps me understand it, I like, without looking up, say, Isabella, I think I've got it from here, and erupt into a long bout of coughing that I interrupt with the lozenge and kind of ask her to give me some space. And I'm reading this report just over and over again, and I'm picturing last night eating that dirt against my will, just without even thinking about it, being so exhausted that I needed the dirt. And it just like takes everything not to crumple this up out of frustration that it didn't work. And I'll close it all up and leave the library.
Okay. Go ahead, before you leave, just to make, as you're kind of like piecing everything together, go ahead and roll an insight check. Just kind of on like all the information, everything Danielle said, like everything that you've sort of gathered, maybe any thoughts from your past.
19 is the lowest one.
You're just kind of making sure, like, you take note of, like, Danielle had said, like, there's other things in this, like, in this file that would be of interest to you and that you might find information about, but she didn't have time to research, which would be the Drys blood. You're like, There's probably more information about that.
In the library?
In the library, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling a little tired to do that, but I guess I'll stop by the desk on my way out then and say, thank you for your help today. You are truly invaluable. Could not have gotten through this without you.
Well, of course, and I'm here if you ever need more help with these books, or anything really. You know, we librarians, we love to teach.
Consider this a donation to the library or to you, and I'll drop 5 gold onto the counter.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm hoping I'll be back again soon. Anything you could find on this word, and I'll like tear a little scrap of paper off of something and write Drys blood on it and say, I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to find on this, but my course of action from here is heavily dependent on what you can find on this word, Drys blood. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm intrigued as well. I'll see what I can find for you.
Thank you.
And she takes the gold and, waves to you and puts that in a little, like, collection jar as you head out of the library. We'll have you joining back up with Ellis after having learned all this, but that is where we will be ending tonight.
My hand is so tired, Becky, from all the writing.
I had to write a lot.
So much knowledge.
Maybe this could get dicey.
Hey, this is good dicey.
These past couple episodes are the exact reason why I avoid camping in real life, because you might end up working for a criminal organization. You can find This Could Get Dicey where all podcasts are streamed and on Instagram and TikTok at TCGDpod. If you found our antics enjoyable, help us out by leaving a rating and a review and share it with a bud or two. Word of mouth is the best advertisement. Thanks for joining us and stay tuned for our next episode coming out Wednesday, June 14th, baby.